gentlemen, all rise for the Rank King's court.
Good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again. How are we doing? Welcome again to the greatest spectacle that graces your internet presence on Tuesday evenings. This is the Rank King's Court. I am the Rank King Austin Moore himself, joined by Oracle Vo and Noble Knight Greg, as always, 6:30 on Tuesdays. How are we doing today, boys?
We're good. I'm good. How you doing, Greg?
I'm feeling great. I kind of want to watch Risky Business now.
Yeah,
that's why I did it,
I can't do
too.
the slide in, but like you know what I mean.
You should have started the show like that.
Just
take
take
those
the records off the shelf.
Need to listen to him by myself.
Oh, he's definitely in his underwear. We're just not allowed to see.
Maybe I can confirm nor deny. That's all I'll say.
Please, I hope we deny, because we do not need to be kicked off of Twitch for this indecent exposure.
Yeah, not for that.
I would hope. Who knows? But another week is come and gone, and just like the gas prices that are raising up, the heat is getting cranked up as well, boys. Are you surviving? Are you winning, son? Are you thriving? Like, how are we doing in the heat, boys?
Actually, it feels good in here.
Yeah, feels very nice in here.
Union Fitness Studios.
And,
it feels great.
And thankfully, I purchased a house that has central AC throughout it and stuff. So I cranked that shit to 72, and I'm feeling like a champ. So I'm good.
Yeah, it must be really nice to have AC, doesn't it?
It is. It's a glorious thing. I grew up with AC too, so like I made sure that was a priority.
Whole life.
I made sure that was a priority, because that was like, as soon as I was looking at a house, I was like, Dad, it's got to have central air. That's like the number one priority.
Think he's privileged for AC, though?
I think he is.
I think so.
Most of my childhood, we didn't have like central air. We had like the window units.
Really?
Yeah. Luckily, one was in my room.
Milk cartons.
How did you?
Sat there with no air conditioning.
How did you look out and get one of the AC units in your room?
My room was, I don't know. It didn't fit in the other window, I think.
Oh.
So fit perfectly in mine. My room was small. It was nice and cold in there.
Your poor sister. That's horrible.
We put a curtain up so it'd blow across the top floor.
Wow.
Well,
the struggle was real, Austin.
Yeah, Chip, we can't confirm. The King does not have air. We maybe need to get that an HR issue, because I think that's a problem.
There's a lot of air in his head.
That is true.
So funny today, boys. So, show tonight is going to be a good one. I want to address last week's episode before we start.
Do we have to?
Because a little bit. I think it's because we like to not listen to when I talk on things.
It's pretty fun, actually.
Well, it's growing tiresome, because I mean, let's just face it. Grab the wax out of your ears and quit bullshitting people. I mean, let's get to what we're doing. Because the top 10 was supposed to be my top 10 country artists. So when I said at the beginning, some of you are probably going to get a little upset that some of your favorites aren't on here. So I'm really sorry for all you Garth Brooks humpers out there.
I told
Relax.
you. I told you.
He's Mr. Country himself.
Relax.
Don't do it.
Put a Copenhagen wintergreen dip in. Put your studded boots on and calm your tits, people.
How do you know it's Copenhagen wintergreen, by the way?
Hey, what?
How do you know it's Copenhagen wintergreen?
I just know.
Okay.
I just know, Greg.
Mm.
Some people, you just get it sometimes. But I thought my list was properly done. I think it had a good mix of old, a good mix of pop, thrown into the center. Some names, obviously, that weren't mentioned.
Garth
Go
Brooks.
get a tissue box and cry yourself to sleep because I could care less.
Yeah.
But we are moving. And in fact, it's so country that I decided to bring back an old classic. I actually was on draft day last night, so I had the opportunity to drink these. Some Busch Light Apple.
Does the apple part make it
yeah.
country or?
Oh, wait. Well, the Bushman, I think
I
it's
think,
I think it's
both.
I think it's the symbolism of country.
Yeah.
think that's
I
what it
mean,
is.
I will not deny that with Bush, but apple
Busch
makes
Light
it
Apple,
bougie a
apple
little.
pie, moonshine, good times.
I could go for some moonshine, actually.
I could too, Greg.
The mall in Nashville had a moonshining tasting place.
I would hope you took advantage of that when you were on vacation.
We did go.
Good, good. I'm proud of you.
But let's bring it to light here, people. Let's bring it to light for this show. Obviously, there was a topic that I wanted to do, and it didn't happen. So what was my brain to do with about 20 minutes in my head before I had to go on a show? I said, let's make a new episode, shall we? Let's not cancel. Let's make a new episode. And this new episode could by far be the most controversial episode at the RankKing's
Which is
Court.
saying
It
a lot.
definitely can be.
That's
It's
the
saying
freaking
a
offer.
lot.
So episode 85 today, ladies and gentlemen, is all about breakfast. The portion of the day that I love. I just love, man. You wake up, you eat food. It's how we survive.
It's
It's just
literally
how it
breaking our fast.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
I want to clarify something real quick because it was said to me personally. There is no such thing as Groot loops. I want to put that out because
Yeah.
Groot loops would have Groot going, I am Groot. And that's not it. Idiots. Obviously,
Jeez.
a typo was made.
There was a typo. I didn't realize till I got to the show that there was a typo.
So
Blame
I
the
am
producer on this
Groot.
one.
That's on me. Yeah.
That's the producer's
See,
fault.
I typed out the
no,
word
no,
fruit.
yo, you don't take shit. You're my producer. You don't take shit. Greg, you don't take shit. This is how it goes.
Can
all
I
right?
give him shit?
No. Don't give him anything.
No, I don't want that.
Don't give him anything except
No.
your love. That's how this company works.
High
Okay.
five.
Hey, all right. So,
Wait, if we do that, it looks like we're pushing Austin.
so breakfast. Is it your guys' favorite time of the day? Like honestly, like meal wise?
I would. You know what? I would. As I've gotten older, yes. Yes.
I agree with that. Recently, yes. Before, not a huge breakfast fan.
You know why? It's because of the introduction of coffee in my life, and I've now kind of slowly transitioning to loving the food that I enjoy with coffee. So like, for instance, a couple weeks ago, I had brunch at my friend's place, and there was some breakfast food there, but I also had some coffee, and I was able to put some whiskey in my coffee. And I'm like,
Ooh,
oh,
little Baileys, little Baileys.
no, just whiskey, straight
Oh,
whiskey.
just whiskey.
Straight whiskey.
I'm all Greg, and I like the Baileys and the coffee.
I was waiting for it.
Straight whiskey, yeah. So hey, I've learned to appreciate breakfast food as I've gotten older, and I think specifically because as we've gotten older, brunch has become now just this staple of our lives. So I think that's why I can now enjoy breakfast though. But when I was a kid, I just didn't care
Yeah,
for it.
I never really ate it as a kid, but living with Morgan, she loves breakfast. She started making breakfast, and of course, I started eating it.
Can't go wrong
and
with that.
becoming a huge fan of it.
She started eating,
I started eating the
making breakfast. So then I started eating the breakfast.
Makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
You
And
put what
those-
your girlfriend puts on the plate, damn it.
Put it in your mouth. Bring it to full center, people. Breakfast episode. We got a big show for you tonight. Controversial takes all around. Very, very excited to bring them to you to prove that I'm right, you're wrong. Shut up. That's how it works. So let us start off with the first radical ranking on the breakfast bonanza. Alrighty. Radical ranking number 1.
This is where it goes downhill.
This is where it goes downhill, you think?
Nah, I mean, I think it'll go well for you, but the commenters might have other opinions.
We might have other opinions as well, but it'll be entertaining though.
The top breakfast sides.
Okay.
I want to put this into perspective. A side should be something that complements the dish.
Okay.
Some should not be something that overwhelms the other side of the dish, because then it's not a side dish. It is a part-time dish. Get that out of there. Know your role. Shut the hell up.
I didn't know there was a difference between side and part-time, but
Part-time.
interesting. I always thought having a side job and a part-time job were the same thing, but
Before we move on, Ping said we don't want another repeat of the Wendy's situation.
Oh, you mean that
With this-
trash fast food establishment? What?
how dare you? You put some
So-
respect on the
so I got-
biggie bag.
I
For the
refuse.
rankings court, like, that's the scale right there.
That's the scale?
Wendy's is the most controversial episode right now.
I swear we've done way more controversial stuff than that.
I think that's probably number 1, though.
Interesting. What I thought would be...
So we'll see if tonight replaces that number 1.
That's interesting.
Well, why not? Let's get into it, shall we?
This is going to be fun.
Starting off with number 5. You want to get a little healthy? Why not eat it with your breakfast? Number 5 is fruit. Put it in there, man. I'm telling you, strawberries, bananas, grapes, all kinds of shit. Oranges. They even at restaurants, they have little fruit cups. I don't know how many times I've went that people have gotten that. Now, I go like, ugh, what are you doing? But like, that's why it's number 5, and that's why it's not number 1. So, fruit makes sense here, guys. Thoughts?
Should be included.
I'm trying to remember. I think the only time I've ever had fruit as a side dish for breakfast is if I was at like Cracker Barrel or something, now that I think about it. Never had it as like...
Never, not even at like a hotel or anything for their breakfast.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, I take that back. I've definitely probably had it at a hotel, but that's hotel stuff is never coming to my mind when I think of breakfast. I think of
That's fair.
I usually think of shit. I've had a rough night before. I need to get something in my system as fast as possible when I think of hotel breakfast.
Mr. Deke Whiten subscribed at tier 1.
Are you sure it's not Witten? I think it's Witten.
Oh, it is.
It might be
could-
Witten. It might be Witten. Yeah, I think it's Witten. Now that I think about it,
that's
yeah.
22 months.
Mm-hmm.
Currently on a 20-month streak. So what happened to those other 2 months?
I think he went silent for a little bit.
Yeah.
Usually what happens, yeah.
Sometimes happens, but hey, 22 months, that's 2 more months, and that's 2 years.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hard to believe we've been going for this long, right? I don't understand it, but the people do. They respect it, and they respect my takes. If not, shut up and deal with it. So, fruit at number 5. Number 4 we're going to get into is toast. I don't care what kind of toast it is.
Wow.
Don't care. Could be white. Could be rye. Personal favorite, rye toast. Could be wheat toast. Butter, jam, jelly, whatever you're throwing on that shit. It's got to be in there. They literally ask you for it if you want a side for it how many times. Anytime you order breakfast. Toast is prominently a bottom tier side dish.
How important is toast to the breakfast meal? Just out of curiosity, Moorhead.
So it all depends on what you get. That's the main portion, right?
Okay.
I would say toast is the number 1 thing if you order dippy eggs. 100%.
Okay.
That's fair.
I mean, because it has to be, because like you need, it's literally what you dip.
Dip, and then half the time I would get bored with it, so I'd take my eggs, and I would just take it in like a fork up here, and I would just drizzle like the yolk on the toast. Then it'd polish off the egg, and then eat the toast.
Ranking likes to get very
Yeah.
sensual with his food, I can tell.
What? And
Do you ever microwave your toast?
no, I'm not a psychopath. I just put it in.
Please do not tell me you've
No,
done
no.
that.
No, I
Jesus
just had to
Christ,
throw
bud.
that in there, just in case.
Toast, I think, is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Number 4 though, the comments.
Well, here's
I don't
here's
know.
here's what I will say actually to defend Austin. If I was eating like pancakes or waffles or something like that, I don't really want toast as my side. Like because that's like it's too much. That's too much starch for me. Like I need something to kind of cut it off a little bit. Like make it like balance a little bit more.
Like fruit.
However,
Fruit wouldn't be bad. Yeah.
Greg, if you're hungover,
Mm-hmm.
starch is the right way to go, though. So, in fact, you'd be helping yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. But I would also like.
You're arguing your own point. You're arguing your number 4.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying that because
Saying
I'm
it should be
looking
higher.
at.
Yeah. Do you have a preferred spread on your toast, by the way?
Oh, I mean, I'd be cynical if I didn't say good old time apple butter would have to be the prime spread on a nice thing of rye toast. I'll even
Okay.
say the bread rye.
Okay.
Rye toast, gotta love it.
Mm.
So,
All right. Don't
that
hate
is number 4. Let's move on to everybody's. I should say everybody's. All of Germany's favorite meat. Now interpreted as a breakfast. Number 3 gets the sausage. Gotta have the sausage on here. Gotta. Come on.
You a link or a patty guy?
Well, it's funny because I put both on here
Mm-hmm.
in the picture. I prefer the links.
Okay.
Here's why. You get more links than you do more patties. You get maybe 2 patties. Slice them up. Oh, I only got like 4 little things, but you got the sausage. Like, get that shit. Get the knife. Spread them around. Hey, you got it. You got a little sausage. You got it.
I can tell.
It's got to be
What
maple.
do you prefer?
Usually depends, but I would probably lean towards the link as well.
Yeah.
Patty obviously would be better if I was eating like a breakfast sandwich, obviously. But
Yeah.
for normal breakfast,
For like as a side.
yeah, I'd probably prefer the link, honestly. What about you?
We've been trying different like chicken sausage. Do you ever have those?
I don't mind the chicken
They're
sausage.
not
I
bad.
think it's
Yeah.
good.
Big turkey sausage guy, actually, myself.
Turkey's also good.
Mm-hmm.
But for this
Number 3, I think that's respectable.
Yeah, but I think Austin's more in lines with the pork variety. That's what I think he's putting down here.
So with the breakfast sausage, it has to be maple. It's got to have maple.
Ah, okay,
It
got
to
you.
be a perfect breakfast sausage because you get that almost like warm, fluffy like flavoring that you would in like say like a main dish or something that we're gonna name later in an actual like meat.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's 2 feelings at once. You put it in, makes you feel all good. Diabetes, whatever. I don't know, but it's good. All right, it's good. So, sausage at number 3. Ping, I don't care how long you've been talking about toast. That just means you have an infatuation with toast. So we're going to move on to number 2.
He was saying you were talking.
He was
about
saying you did, bud.
Yeah, it's not new. No. Number 2. This is where we're going to get nasty, okay? Because
Nasty?
number 2.
Buckle up.
Okay.
Number 2 bloop, are hash browns. Hash browns at number 2.
Now hold on. Is this any potato form or is it just specifically hash browns you're talking about?
It is any form of the hashed version of the hash brown. Now, though, I did not realize if you put this on from the original one that was on there. So is hash browns at number 2 for you?
Yes.
Okay, because it was originally biscuits and gravy, and I had changed it.
That is
I-
not a
That's right, I
side.
can see that.
It's
That
why
is
it
not a
was
side,
changed.
bud.
It's why it was.
Okay.
Settle the fuck down.
Sorry.
It's why it was changed.
Sorry. Okay.
Jesus. Hash browns are the perfect potato side for breakfast. Why? Because restaurants do them well. Fast food. I mean, McDonald's has been pulling this for years, man. The $1 for like a McDonald's hash brown is highway robbery.
Mhm.
It's just golden.
They
Golden
are
crisp.
good. They are good.
My favorite, you take them, you cut them up, douse a lot of hot sauce on it, spread it around.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just, you can't go wrong with it, man.
I mean, a hash brown is essentially a jumbo tater tot.
Basically.
But here's the thing. So I love hash browns. I hate tater tots. I shouldn't say hate. I don't eat a lot of
Really?
tater tots. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What about home fries? Chip wants to
See,
know.
I will actually. I'm
So
a bigger.
it's
I'm a
a
bigger home fry
different-
guy than I am hash browns. So.
It's a good question, Chip. I mean, a lot of the times that's the big question they'll ask you. Hash brown, something patties, home fries. There's just something about the hash of the brown, man. It's wonderful. Like home fries, yes, but it just feels like the crisp, the buttery feeling of just like cutting it up and eating it. Like it's no other. I can't even put it into words. I mean, hash browns are 2. That's what I got.
All right.
This is where it's interesting now.
What do you mean? This is everybody interesting. This is the basic. Number 1 breakfast side. Give me that freaking bacon. Bacon at number 1, people.
Yeah, I don't see why this is interesting. I feel like this
I
is
just
like
have
the.
to do. I have to do that. To
Oh,
get
okay.
People going.
I got you. I think this is like the carbon like perfect breakfast side.
This is the Robin to the Batman. This is the breakfast side to the breakfast main course. Literally, I've had some, and here's why. People will complain about their bacon no matter what. And if you're complaining that much, you're a bacon fanatic. I've gone to several breakfast establishments. I am a crisp to the T bacon person. I will flip out if you bring me that flimsy ass shit that you think you can try and call bacon.
You want your bacon like if you take it and you hold it from the bottom, you want it to stand upright.
I want it to stand upright. I want it to burn my hand right as I'm touching it.
I like it.
I don't want it cold. I don't want it flimsy. No, none of that. Give me what I want or I'm going to flip. That's not Karen talk. That is breakfast side talk. All right?
The Karen's court.
Karen's court. Now, bacon, 100%. Look, a lot of people want to make the argument, sausage better than bacon. You're morons. Relax, okay? It happens.
You're moron.
He's not.
We all have to wake up sometime and realize that we're adults now, okay? Sometimes and all the time, bacon will always thrive over sausage. Don't at me. It's literal fact. Glad that's out of the way for the first one.
I have one.
Yeah, what is yours? Because I know you said you had one.
Could we consider orange juice a side?
No.
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 That was a quick no.
No.
Oh, freshly.
It was a quick no.
Absolutely not, bud.
No. I saw what you did. I like what you tried to do, but no.
No. Austin, would you throw
No.
in terms of toast, would you consider an English muffin or a bagel as part of that category or no?
No, I think those are breakfast breads.
Okay.
Like, I get it when you say toast, but the toast is like the universal. Like, they don't ask you when you go to a breakfast place, hey, instead of a toast, do you want a bagel? Do you want an English muffin? They're like, do you want toast? What kind of toast? That's what they ask you.
Gotcha.
And if they ask you those other things, you're at a really fancy established breakfast place. Good on you. All right? It's just not mine.
Good on you.
Yeah.
So, number 1, bacon.
Yes.
It has to be standing up straight. No limp things for Austin.
No
No
limp things for Austin.
No limp things. And crisp.
Good to know.
Good to know.
So now we're going to get into something I loved. I really wanted to do this because now we're going into radical ranking number 2. This is more on the lines of like brunch, but I originally had something on here that I wanted to do. I wanted to do like just the normal drinks you would do at breakfast. And then I said, when have I had a normal drink for breakfast in a long time? It just hasn't happened. It's always been a brunch drink. So these are the top alcoholic breakfast drinks.
I would like to point out that the moment you add alcohol to it, it's officially brunch. That is the barometer. I don't care what it is. If once you add alcohol to it, you're officially in brunch.
So for me, instantly, I never get any lunch stuff when I'm at a brunch, so to speak. It's always breakfast. Just how I operate. So if that's confusing to some people, get your head examined. I don't know what to tell you. But for this, I chose 5 of my favorite breakfast alcoholic drinks. And I'm going to bring them to you, people.
Danny doesn't want to be disappointed.
I don't care if he's disappointed or not. This is my show. I'll tell him if he's disappointed or not. So, but at number 5, it's not too regarded as a well-known breakfast drink, but I had this, and I want to make a shout out. I don't know. They're obviously not listening, but Doc Taylor's in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Amazing breakfast place.
Okay.
Amazing breakfast place. You would get like $4 alcoholic drinks and like literally like maybe like $5 breakfast meals that were gigantic. It was amazing. We would go there every day when we were on our beach trip for breakfast. For number 5, this is one of those drinks that I ordered from there. Number 5 is the classic Greyhound.
Ooh, I see the grapefruit. Okay,
It
so I'm
looks
intrigued.
good. I've
I'm
never had one
intrigued.
of these.
Okay. What
Have you guys heard of a Greyhound before?
I've heard the name, but I do not know
No.
what's in it.
So it's literally 2 simple ingredients: grape juice and gin.
You mean grapefruit juice?
Grapefruit juice, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Grapefruit juice and gin.
Big gin guy, so already you got me.
Love gin. Love gin. All right. I survived on it in college. I love it. It's one of my favorite liquors. So having it mixed with a drink that you wouldn't think would be good, like everyone kind of stares at breakfast and they're like, why are they eating that grapefruit? That's a weird thing. They're just putting it on the there's your grapefruit juice. Makes no sense. I love this freaking drink. I would have it. What we had. God, that's really traveling back. If I want to try to remember how many of these I had, won't do that.
You don't want to revisit that.
I don't want to lose myself in that. So, the Greyhound. If you've never had one, I highly recommend it. Grapefruit juice and gin. So
Gin goes great with anything citrusy, so that already by itself sounds delicious.
Oh, the comments are hilarious. Hey, Tom Collins, whiskey sour, not sure. You guys
I mean, we'll see if Tom Collins is on here.
I'm starting to now see why he is happy having these sunglasses on now. Yeah.
The
To
second,
block his haters out.
Exactly.
number 4, is one that I have grown accustomed to. Greg, I know you're going to like this one. This is the Irish coffee.
Love me a good Irish coffee, actually. I
Greg,
don't have it often, but I do love me a good one.
What makes a great Irish coffee, Greg?
Bailey's.
Wait.
Bailey's. And also very good coffee. Very good coffee is needed in it as well.
That could help.
You can have a wonderful thing of Bailey's and a wonderful everything else that goes into it. If your coffee's shit, it's going to be shit.
Yep.
So, Irish coffee, I actually had it at the melting pot because I had a previous amount of drinks. And I said, whoa, maybe I should have one that I could like maybe wake a little bit up to. And I said, oh, there's an Irish coffee. And I didn't know at first it was good. Now, granted, when I touched it, I knew it, but I thought I didn't know it was a hot coffee. Like, I just assumed that Irish, a cold drink. But as soon as I said, mish, that's hot. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's not a Irish ice coffee.
Yeah.
Irish coffee. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But their Irish coffee is wonderful, Greg. If you ever plan on going to the melting pot for some reason, get an Irish coffee because it's good.
Well, I'm assuming there are the three gold standard of breakfast brunch drinks that I know of. My only place to get all 3 that I have wanted to go for a while and is not reopened yet is Piper's. So, and they have a very good Irish coffee. But recently I've tried Bailey's with cold brew before. And that's delicious.
How's that? Yeah,
that's delicious. Yes. Or even what you could do, Austin, if you had you put like a little bit of Bailey's and then like normal just normal coffee, ice, and then a little milk. That also helps too.
Whatever gets you through the day, man. Sometimes you gotta keep on trucking.
Exactly.
But all right, let's move on to number 3. This might be a controversial one, but I have enjoyed this multiple times in multiple brunch situations. Give me a classic mojito. It gotta have a mojito.
For breakfast, really?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I know it's weird. I know. Believe me. I love it. And mostly this is for like when you do your guy trips, right? Like you all get like 10 guys together. You go down and play some golf or something. And the first thing you're doing when you're waking up is you're making mojitos. It's happened to me. We've done it. It's flourishing. I highly recommend it.
Okay, so I'm assuming then when you were taking this, you all thought about wanting to be Thad Castle, basically, with wanting your mojitos.
No.
Yeah.
No, I know. No, he's a funny character. I wanted nothing to do with being like him.
Yeah.
He loves mojitos, though. Loves them.
True. He also liked to watch people put Oreos in people's ass cracks and walk across the football.
That was one time, and he liked doing
one
it to
time.
himself.
Denny says you're a weirdo for this one.
Why am I a weirdo for this one, Denny?
I
You're the one that drinks
And he
Big
also
Whitney
he said
anytime.
greyhounds have gin and vodka.
no, or vodka. Or vodka.
Right.
But I think you can't.
Mostly gin, but the vodka can be supplemented if you do not have a quality gin.
I will be honest. I am thrown
Quality-
off by the mojito as a brunch option. I can see it makes sense when you think about it in hindsight, but it's not something that I think of with brunch. So, but this is good. This is a good one. I would be interested with this.
Well, I mean, these are the top 2. I wanted to put 2 at 1. In fact, it was at 1 for a long period of time until I thought, general public might have a little bit of a thing against me if I don't include this. So number 2 is possibly my all-time favorite breakfast alcoholic drink, the classic Bloody Mary.
When a Bloody Mary is good, a Bloody Mary is very good.
It is complex as all shit. You're going to be pissed off trying to make this thing if you've never done it before. But the results.
Yep.
It's all things that go into a drink that are not supposed to taste good together. No. And it works.
I do not consider it a Bloody Mary unless you have Tabasco and horseradish in it.
Correct.
You need those 2 for me for it to consider it to be Bloody Mary.
Anything else, throw that in there.
Well, the thing is that sometimes people put clamato juice in it. I, having a shellfish, allergy, am not allowed to consume clams. So I have to make sure every time that it's not going to have clamato juice in it. But I will go to the ends of the earth before I refuse to have a bad Bloody Mary. And also, it's got to have the little olive, got to have a celery stick, whatever type of veggies that are in it. Give me a freaking Bloody Mary any day. I went to Doc Taylor's, and this is the first ever time. Can you believe that? First, I mean, I shouldn't say that because it was like, 2 years since I've been 21 at that point. So Doc Taylor's was the first time that I'd ever had a Bloody Mary, and I fell in love with it. I ordered 4 on that day alone. I said, "Oh shit, that's a long way."
No, like you can, those are deceptively good. Like I've seen another member of TFTB drink 3 in one setting too, and I was kind of very surprised by it.
It's a good drink, man, but it can't crack number 1 as much as I want it to. It just can't do it because number 1's the mimosa. Yeah. It has to be the number 1 at all times. That's what it is, mimosa. I mean. You could argue, hey, where's the screwdriver? Come on now, people. Let's have a little bit of class in this. We're not putting screwdrivers. We're not like, I don't want to say because that means they're drinking before they're 21.
I wouldn't say a screwdriver is like.
It's a college girly drink. Like, let's go make screwdrivers. Yay! Like, throw them in. It sucks.
That was way too on point right there.
It was.
I will say this, bud. For me, if I am drinking orange juice and I wanted something like with it, I would not be picking champagne. I would either pick tequila because that's just how I am, or Blue Moon.
Yeah, no. So Greg, at one point, I want to make sure I say this right. the michelada was almost on here. You know what that is?
Yeah, it's like the.
It's like beer, but a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, but you put it's like I've seen like Mexican restaurants put it in there. That's made with like tecate or
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was almost on here. So I thought about it long and hard. I thought about that. Screwdriver was on here. It's strangely enough mint juleps, big time brunch drink
What?
when they're not in the. I'm telling you, man. Like, if you look outside your window of like the basic brunch drinks, the whole world out there is like waiting for you to explore.
Yeah. Danny, I wouldn't do the tequila sunrise just because I'm not crazy about the grenadine. That's just me.
See, so the tequila sunrise isn't a bad guess, Denny. The problem is that I would have them in buckets in college. I would have tequila sunrise like $5 buckets, and I have about 4 of them.
I actually
Sugar Rush.
Chips comment.
The PBR.
PBR.
PBR can't go wrong with that. No, but
no.
but Danny, I'm glad you brought this up. Have either of you had a hot toddy?
Oh, I want to say I have, Greg, but I don't think so. I've heard of it.
Hot toddy is delicious. It's a hot whiskey drink. So freaking good, especially in the winter. I was just introduced to them, I think, a couple years ago. Oh, delicious. It's like
hot toddy.
Hot toddy. So it's like so it's whiskey, hot water, lemon, cinnamon stick, and I think a couple other things too. I can't remember, but it's very, very good. Oh yeah, and honey. Honey you put in to like be like the sweetener in it.
So okay, so I've never. That's an interesting one because I, as a spice guru, would love
I thought you were
to
gonna say
try
as a
this.
spice girl. You as a spice girl.
The jokes are there. I love it. I mean, are there any others? Like, I appreciate like the tequila sunrise. There's like that's a weird one. It's got cherries on top and everything. I mean, would you consider a White Russian a brunch drink?
It is milk, so
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if
or
I
not
would.
milk, cream. I'm sorry, it has cream in it, but
I don't know if I would. It's right there. Like, it has all the qualities, but I don't think it's there yet.
I think you can consider it one. Why not? Why not?
I was just asking. This is personal opinion.
No, I in the right situation, yeah, I could have a White Russian for brunch. I don't see why not.
Then he also says vodka water.
You want to talk college girl drink? That's like
Funny enough, my one friend, she would always like order a vodka soda and then pack a little thing of Mio in her purse, and she would pour Mio into it at the bar. Just kind of
Wow.
stare with her finger.
No, I'm weird. Like now, if I was getting like any type of like drink with like a liquor in it, I would either just get a glass of whiskey or scotch, or I would get just a glass of tequila, and then it would just water it down eventually, so it's not as potent.
You don't a good want the good old Irish car bomb, do you?
I've only done an Irish car bomb once in my life, and it did not go well because I can't chug to save my life. So
Yeah, you can't. But
I can't.
You try.
No.
You try.
I can't.
Yeah, at least you tried.
I do.
Gold star forever, sunshine. But let us know if I missed any. I think that's a good one. I mean, all these suggestions are good, guys. They're just not the best. It just sucks to be second place a lot of the time. I understand, but
Now your number one's it had to be number one.
yeah, mimosa had to be number one. As much as I would want Bloody Mary to be number one, mimosa is one. It's the argument of, which is the worst Star Wars film, and The Rise of Skywalker is like, I want to be the worst one, but The Phantom Menace will always be like, haha, but I'm the best worst one. That's just how this is working.
The best worst one.
Just how it is. So no amount of Darth Maul lightsaber showdown could save that trash heap of a movie. But let's move on to the segment. The segment that Denny was talking all this smack on last night because they wanted to have a debate. And he was like, oh, don't they do that over on that RankKing's Court show? You're messing with me now, Dan. Come on. So let's move over for the great debate. Now, it might seem stupid. It might seem stupid, guys, but it's more complex than you think. When's the best time to have breakfast? I know. I know that everyone's like, well, obviously it would be a breakfast time because breakfast is a Let's enjoy a little bit of intellectual discussion. Does Foreigner send you the order? I'm guessing that he didn't.
He did not.
Oh.
He's being lazy lately. Ever since he decided to become the rap king, all of a sudden he got clout, and he thinks that he is. Yeah.
He said people have been recognizing him on the street too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got the
He's been
ego
taking
now.
pictures.
I
of
would
people
be
and
I
everything.
would recognize you too if I was homeless, so that would make sense.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, he is old, in fairness, so people probably feel bad for him. Might be a senior citizen.
Yeah.
But always friend of the show, #1 viewer of RankKing's Court. We love you. Just do your shit.
Do your
please.
job. Damn it.
He probably thinks it's Monday still.
That's true.
That's what happened the last time.
What time is it? Now, how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to do? I mean, I could put let's do this. I'm gonna put random name generator. Okay.
All right, I like it.
Name.
Foreigner makes the show when he's on it. He's a good guest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better than that Denny kid we had
When was he ever a guest? That like one time?
at one time.
That one time? Yeah, that one time was one time ago. Yeah,
We almost got canceled that show.
we did. We've been canceled. We almost got canceled a few times actually, but it was
Yeah.
mostly just because of
That guest.
Yeah.
Okay, so the wheel is ready. So this will be from 3 to 1. So if the first person gets picked, it's 3, then so on and so forth.
Wheel of morality, turn.
Spinning.
Show us the lesson that we must learn.
And number 3 is Greg.
Okay.
Greg will go last.
Okay.
And then we will put for second between Bo and myself. The spin me right round, baby, right
Chip
round.
gave us the order too.
So that works out.
Vo is second, which means I will take first. If you're telling me that breakfast for dinner is not one of the greatest spectacles that graces this God's green earth, you are a liar and a fool, and you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't care how good your breakfast is in the morning. You're cooking pancakes at 5, 6 p.m. with some eggs, putting that maple syrup on everything. You sit down. The time difference is amazing. Breakfast at dinner time is the best breakfast time. That's all I got to say.
Vo?
I mean, it's okay, but brunch breakfast is the best breakfast.
You can't. Do you remember any of it?
Do you remember of it? Are you drinking every weekend? Is everyone drinking? No, not everyone drinks, Austin.
You're not drinking brunch?
You don't have to. I'm just
Wow,
saying.
wait.
You don't have to.
You lost me.
If you're at your house and you're eating, I'm
That's-
talking if you're at your house eating your own breakfast.
That's understandable.
Not out.
But let's be clear here. It cannot be brunch unless there is alcohol involved. Otherwise,
No,
it's just breakfast.
I'm saying.
Call him out, Greg.
I'm saying like, you want a specific
In
time?
the afternoon. Are you
Yes,
saying
that's
now?
what I'm
No,
saying.
not afternoon. Like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, right before noon. Late morning.
Late morning.
Late
Okay.
morning breakfast.
That way you're up.
Mhm.
If you eat early in the morning, you're probably not fully awake, so you might be like making your breakfast, dropping eggs everywhere. Who knows? You might
Yeah.
not be all
Time
there.
to make second breakfast.
Yeah.
So
Time to
with
make
brun-
third breakfast.
if it's around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you've been up for a little bit, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Your appetite's there. You're ready to eat. You don't have to have alcohol, but you can if
Yeah.
you want.
Now, to be fair, a usual bot comments you can't drink all day until you start in the morning.
That's fair. That is very fair.
It's a very true thing.
That's fair.
So,
All right. So first off, I'm just gonna say right here, Austin. I understand like the allure of eating breakfast food when it's dark outside. It's unusual. It's sexy
Wait,
and stuff
time
like
out.
that. Go ahead.
Chip, he said he saw you drinking coffee at Huff's.
That's true. That was my holy trinity: coffee, water, and Guinness.
You didn't say the Guinness part.
Yeah, but like
I'm sticking with Chip.
I've had coffee, water, and Guinness like 3 times. Like I need all 3 to function.
Yeah, but he just said coffee. He
Well,
didn't
yeah,
say
it was probably around the time that I was giving up alcohol for
Chip's
Lent.
got my back.
No, I'll even admit that that was breakfast.
What were you saying? So the allure of it, like the.
I understand the
Okay,
allure.
timing, go ahead.
Thank you. I understand the allure and the appeal of eating breakfast at like late at night and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, but like when it's 6 o'clock at night or something, I'm not craving pancakes. I'm not. Like it's
Who
just
says you gotta eat pancakes?
or like I'm not craving like any breakfast food, man. Like and here's the thing, I'm an egg guy. So like I love me omelets,
Egg guy.
scrambled
I'm an
eggs,
egg guy.
anything like that. But like I don't want that when it's like the end of the day and stuff like that. Like that's just not what I'm thinking about. So like for me, usually like if I'm making breakfast, it's usually around 9 a.m. And the reason I do that is because
you didn't want to say 10 a.m.
No, because it's usually because I need coffee. I need like 2 cups of coffee just to wake me up, and then after it wakes me up, then I get ready to go, and I'm usually hungry because the coffee gets my my digestive tract ready to go, and now I'm just like all of a sudden I'm
So
just
that's
like,
what he's
all
saying.
right,
He needs,
all right,
he
I
needs
need
2
something.
cups of coffee, then he takes a shit, then he makes his breakfast.
That is
That's
literally what it does.
he's saying.
Coffee
That's what
stimulates.
Clears out everything.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's what coffee is
That's
for. It's supposed to stimulate your bowels and stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, as soon as that's done, then I'm ready to make breakfast, and it's usually 9 a.m.
Blood Bomb, welcome to the chat, my friend. Oh my gosh, thank you. I've
Denny
been
a
wanting
nerd, so
Blood Bomb on a
he's
show.
the biggest fan of tonight.
No, he's a big fan of lukewarm Steve Austin doing his thing. So we're happy to have you, man. Great to see you. Just discussing what is the best time to eat breakfast. So Blood Bomb, what's the best time for you, my friend? When do you eat your breakfast?
Well, I was gonna say right now for Blood Bomb, it's probably like 1 a.m. over there, so it's probably definitely not right now. But I would bet you he's probably craving breakfast soon, as soon as he goes to bed and wakes up.
I'm just telling you, man. I know it's like unusual, but breakfast to dinner is such a different vibe. You're not overly tired when you're waking up in the morning trying to make pancakes or anything.
Denny has a good comment here before we move on. He said midnight breakfast.
Midnight breakfast, you bunch of nerds. Denny's midnight breakfast buffet. He just wanted to say his name in the title.
He did. He did.
He's like, oh, I heard
The
Denny's.
Denny's by my house closes at 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you have that weird.
So Blood Bomb
It's
says
a place
8
for
a.m.
dinner.
So he's like you, Greg. He's like right in the morning.
Yes.
I listen. To me, I'm always rushing in the morning. I feel like I can never actually divulge into my breakfast. Like actually like create what I want to do, like be a little bit more spontaneous with it.
Mm-hmm.
At night, I can do that. Like literally for dinner, I got nowhere to be, sit with what I got, and just make a masterpiece.
So that's what it is. So because you don't have the time in the morning and you want to actually cook, you wait till the end of your day, and then that's when you're like, I want to put all that energy into it now.
Exactly, Greg.
Okay.
I don't cook often, but when it's for breakfast, for dinner, I go all out.
Ah, I see. I see.
Blood Bomb said 8 a.m. has to be 1 p.m. is lunch and tea is 7 p.m.
That's right. Tea is So I just had 2 friends come back from London. I'm pretty sure Blood Bomb. So they enjoyed it down there. It was amazing. So I have to get there. I'm seeing them this weekend. Have to get the full story of how they enjoyed it. But for what they said like a virtual ABBA concert, which was insane. I would
wait.
That sounds interesting.
That's interesting to go to London
I think
for.
it's holographic, like one of those type of deals.
Oh, okay.
So, but they did do a lot of tea times. So I'll have to get my thoughts on it, relay it back to you, Blood Bomb, because it's always interested me. But yes, so right now, I know we built on this conversation that we got all the commenters. What we're going to do right now, go get a drink. Go use the facility.
Go make breakfast.
Your poop. Go make breakfast. Do whatever you need to do. Just be right back here because we are going to be right back with our top 10 ranking of the breakfast very, very soon. Stay tuned.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault, the weekly show from Thoughts from the Bench that takes a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time.
So, I looked up what a Canuck was. Ben, you're gonna shit yourself. What a fucking silly country.
Here comes the
Wow.
Crimson Chin.
No. Sound like the John Candy in a fucking snapshot.
That's Uncle Buck.
I have an irrational fear of alligators and crocodiles. I hate them.
Wait, what? Of like, okay, this school who looks like they're in High School Musical just came and balled out. So yeah, they're not drinking Gatorade or water on the sidelines. They just got bottles of Barbicide and they're just fucking tanking them down, dude. Like that guy who's nodding his head. Okay, where's the keg at? You know, like that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like
He's a glue guy. He's a glue guy.
Okay, he's a glue guy.
I want to show off the human goose that is Mike Glennon.
Oh my god, he is a goose.
They're like mom jeans with the elastic on top. Like, I don't...
I'm okay. I'm okay. He's a man of the people. He's in with the students at games and sporting events. He's posing with the frat boys. He's getting pumped up, literally
Dude,
and
no.
metaphorically speaking, for every event. He is Dartmouth.
What?
That was really funny.
Football's the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell.
JJ Watt,
the
bring it
Golgi
on over,
apparatus.
pal. Bring it on over. Golgi apparatus, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum. I'm just naming off science shit now.
Let's dive right into sports, as I have strong opinions on that. Which college team could beat a professional team in the same sport right now?
Okay.
There is not a single answer that is better than the LSU Tigers defeating the Cincinnati Bengals.
Even if I know the pitch that's coming, every other part of me is still normal.
That's why it's frustrating for me, Greg.
It's like okay, if I know what something is coming, I know ahead of time. I still have to be able to do the action to get the result that I need.
Okay, so they won 3 games in 10 years with 3 rebuilds.
I don't lose at arguments. All right.
Especially about fast food. So yeah.
You will never walk alone. Guess what? Now you will. Coronavirus.
I barely touch my girlfriend's cat. The most I'd be willing to do is like just kind of put my finger on its forehead and just like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us is Alex Kazor from Steelers Depot.
We are live with Ryan Smith, professional cornhole player in the ACL. Ryan,
What all franchises were you able to work with in the NHL?
With Phoenix, Carolina, and Detroit.
No.
So here is Moorhead's ranking. Moorhead is my cousin. He is the rank king.
Higher
Top 10 extra Power Rangers.
Oh.
This is the top 10 emo songs of the 2000s.
There's only one correct answer for number 1. Why is F is for Family better than Futurama when Futurama is like Star Wars for potheads? Like
I know.
I'm
So I think
We have one or two that are mad in the chat.
You're welcome for that.
Alright, we're gonna get banned.
next time you speed up a conversation when I'm trying to talk, Bo, we're gonna have prompts. But
We're rolling. We're live.
We're rolling. Fuck! We'll do it live. We are back for the RankKing's Court. The top 10 is now on the horizon. We're seeing it perfectly because we talked about side dishes. We talked about brunchy alcoholic drinks. And now it is time for the grand freaking finale. The top 10 breakfast main courses.
This
These
is
could
going
be
to
from
set
Red-
people off.
It's going to piss a lot of people off, and I do not care.
All right.
So, these are what, and like I shouldn't say normal. That's very derogative. This is what like normal everyday things you would get for breakfast. Whether you're at a restaurant, some of these you can get from a restaurant. Some of these you can make at home. Okay, this is no parameters, but they have to be a main course. I firmly believe that all these are main courses.
Of course you do.
I mean, it is your opinion. That's true.
Of course.
Of course, I saw what you did. So, number 10. I've done it how many times on my health kicks when I have them. Not saying I don't do health kicks. I'm a very healthy human being. So, but for breakfast, man, you gotta have a good smoothie. A good breakfast smoothie puts it in there, man. And I know everyone like people are gonna come in for my throat of like, well, is then a milkshake something of a main? No, you're wrong. I'm right. Shut up.
What?
Smoothies.
How would
are
a milkshake be one? If you're saying smoothie. Hey, there's Grind Project.
Wow.
Late. Too late.
Late.
Did you see what Blood Bomb said? He said, want to know what's the best thing about this show?
There's no Deke.
There's no Deke.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave that. We love Deke, but breakfast smoothies. Love to put a little bit like some yogurt, some granola, various different fruits in there. I've had green smoothies before going into. I had to get used to them. And my first one, I thought it was gonna taste so much different than what it was. So I was like, yeah, getting healthy. It's terrible. Terrible. But I got used to it. It's not that bad. Green smoothies. Any breakfast smoothies are phenomenal. Sorry, boo this man. Denny, I'm sorry you don't choose to be healthy.
I mean, if this is like an on the
What they're saying is it really a main course?
I mean, if it's for like on the go type, then yeah, I would throw this in here.
And Blood Bomb.
Never had a full English breakfast. No Blood Bomb, but I've seen so if Blood Bomb doesn't know, I am a huge watcher of competitive eating. So I've seen a lot of people go and take down like full stock English breakfasts of like massive portions. I forget what his name is, but I think it's Beard Meats Food. He always does one of those, and he'll like have like one. He's like, all right, time for seconds. I'm like, oh, that's too much. It's too much. But smoothies, yes, 100% a main course if you're on the road. 100%. What else are you having?
For the traveling man, I will put that in there. Sure.
So smoothies at number 10. At number 9, Vo's favorite, Pop-Tarts. Throwing it out there. This is 100% a main course.
Wait, I gotta fix it. I spelled something wrong.
What did you spell wrong?
Oh
my God. To be more exact, microwaved Pop-Tarts.
Oh, you boo! Boo this man. No, Pop-Tarts 100%. Like, it is the classic, like, I don't, like, want to try to make, I should say it. I don't want to, like, put a lot of effort into breakfast. I want to get and go. Pop-Tarts 100% the way to do it, whether they're frozen, whether they're put in the toaster, or whether they're microwaved. Whatever your preference is.
The only person who microwaves it on the planet.
Not true.
Did we establish this? I know we talked about it when we did our Pop-Tarts episode, but do we have a favorite Pop-Tart, guys? Like, what's your favorite Pop-Tarts?
S'mores.
I don't remember what I said. I think it's like either wild berry or cookies and cream.
Okay, because the first time I ever did this at when we did the live shows, Pop-Tart, when I did a Pop-Tart ranking then, I put s'mores and I was about ready to be thrown out of the entire bar. I was like, I didn't understand the hate.
I like them.
I mean, it's basic. Like, I mean, not that's basic. Another one's basic. Like brown sugar cinnamon is basic, but it gets the job done every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Wild berry is wild and it works.
Yep.
S'mores works. Like, and I'll throw it in there because I did some good old apple.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were like, what is Apple doing on here? It's on there. Shut up, you nerds. Move on. At number 8, the more exquisite version of a Pop-Tart, I would say. The toaster strudel.
I was wondering where this was going to be.
8.
Bravo.
dude, I mean, they're so much better. I'm sorry to say. I know the icing is like painting a freaking picture when we're not even artistic, but it is a wonderful, like the flaky crust, the warm filling, and then you get that icing that you just like put on top. How did you guys do your icing for toaster strudels, by the way? Did you do it like on the commercial? Or did you like, at one point I did like tic-tac-toe to keep myself entertained.
That's
like,
too much effort. Too much effort.
It had just enough icing to work, so.
I honestly, I tried to do like the commercial, do like the zigzag or cross, and then
never turned
and
out.
it never turned out that way. I remember I used to get lazy at some points, and I would just like put out as much as I can in the middle, and then just let it be, because I was late, because I just didn't want to do it.
There was times where I would just take the whole thing and just like just on like the middle of like the toaster strudel, and then not spread it. So I would work my way up. I'm like, all right, here's where we.
Did you ever get out a knife and spread it after?
Nah, too much work. Too much work.
Okay.
Although they did come with like the spreader that you would use, like a Ritz cheese cracker type of thing. Like they would come with that.
Yeah.
I remember for some of them.
Yeah.
So.
Austin, so far comments are not liking this.
I don't care.
Hopefully, you save your ranking, I guess.
I mean, whether it's saved or not, it's mine, and whether they like it or not, I know that mine, is the best opinion out there. So, number 7. Have you ever heard of like simple things? Jesus turning water into wine,
which is when he peaked.
The first iPhone coming out, and I don't know. How about cereal being invented? Nerds.
Have you seen like a lot of like an online debate now with people that are like asking like if you put in what comes first,
Dude, you
milk
put
or
the cereal first in, and then you put in the milk.
Yes.
You are no.
Yes.
Any other answer is wrong.
Yes.
Any other answer is wrong. And I've seen, because I watched this guy who does a lot of food reviews, and like does a lot of like covers and everything. Him and another friend actually went on a episode of Judge Jerry when Jerry Springer was doing his judge thing, and they literally had a debate going back and forth on whether you put the cereal first in or the milk. And this guy was like, you put the milk in first and then the cereal, and then you have all the milk. It's like, oh, if you want another bowl, guess what? You don't have to put more milk in. You just put the cereal in. No.
Oh, he took the glasses off.
He was serious.
Wrong. Terrible. No. Next.
No.
Cereal at number 7.
Yeah, I agree. You put the cereal in first, and then you pour the milk over it, so then some of the top of it can get a little bit of the milk, so that way you don't have to, like, dig for it in order to get some of it.
Yeah, and if you're, like, eating Crunch Bears or something, you might as well just put a lawnmower in your mouth, because that's what you're doing. Just tearing it all up. But number 6, if there's one thing I appreciate, it is a warm, fluffy donut.
Can never go wrong with a good donut. That's
like,
true.
I normally don't get.
I've never had a bad donut.
Go wrong with a bad donut.
I've never had a bad donut.
Yeah, that's true. I've never had a bad donut. I've had a lot of donuts that I've almost considered bad, but have been saved. I've had a lot of bad Boston cream donuts, and that's very unfortunate.
Really?
Dude, like, it would be like 3 bites in, and there would be like the small little glob about that big of Boston cream there.
Huh.
I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? It's not Boston. It's just, is this what Boston represents? This is what the Red Sox wanted? This is what Boston wanted? No.
Yeah.
No. Trash.
You never know.
No.
They might have wanted that.
Just good donuts on the south side, baby. Love those donuts so much.
There was a donut truck up here because they had like a food truck thing going on last Friday.
Was it Valkyrie Donuts?
No, I don't think it was, Greg. Okay. It was something like weird, like an animal name.
Okay.
And donut. But I didn't try it, but they looked and smelled phenomenal. I actually more money went to some things. But I remember I had a Bless the Rains, which is a double IPA from the one Brewworks that's down here. And then I had one that I showed you, Greg, I sent to you, a vanilla bean coffee stout.
Oh, I do remember that.
It's
delicious.
good. It's good. you gotta have it by itself. You try to have it with food, it's the worst experience in your entire
Too
day.
much. It's too much. It's overwhelming.
How about we went to a wedding in Buffalo this past weekend? Instead of a cookie table, they had a donut table with coffee.
Ooh.
Because we were unsure like what they would do
because they're not Pittsburghers,
yeah,
right?
They're not Pittsburghers.
Yeah.
Right. They throw people through tables. Yeah, they need.
Yeah.
That I did not see that happen, but
Well, I mean,
very well
you don't know if
could've.
it could have happened. In fairness,
That's true. And Blood Bomb said, and this is why Americans are obese.
Well,
You know what? It's not true. It's not untrue. It is not untrue.
That's fair.
I will be happy. I'll be my fat little self and have my fat little donut and be a good boy and have a donut. Number five.
Five.
Sorry.
We're in the top 5.
When I first found out these existed, that changed my entire perspective. Because now I was like, there's so much creativity that can go into these. However, they're not everybody's go-to. I understand. I think they're the best thing to eat on the road. And that are breakfast burritos at number 5.
Now, does the breakfast sandwich count in this as well, or is it?
I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, Greg. I'm going to say no because the burrito, like you can have how many breakfast sandwiches that are out there because they include bagels, muffins, all this shit. But the breakfast wrap or the breakfast burrito in this case is unique because it uses the tortilla.
Okay.
And then you throw all this different stuff in. Let me tell you this. When we went to Kenny Chesney, we went to first ever time. I think it was a bar that just opened in February down there. Starts with an S, and I want to say it's Shores, but
Shorties.
Shorties, thank you.
Is that the new place?
Yeah.
What is that? It's bowling.
Yeah,
but
Shorties,
it's
Pens, and
also-
Pints. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like small. It's
Duck pen. Duck pen.
Oh, that's not what I thought. But okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that is what it is. But
I know. I thought it was something else, like the arcade game or whatever it is that you.
skee ball.
Skee ball, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that. But the meat is the most important part of the breakfast burrito. And let me tell you, I am bougie as all hell when it comes to a breakfast burrito because my meat 100% of the time has to be chorizo.
Really?
It has to be chorizo. And here's why. Because it ties into the shorties. When I was there, I noticed that they had red chorizo tacos. And I said, that sounds phenomenal. I've never had chorizo on something that wasn't a breakfast. All the chorizo I've ever had has ever been in a breakfast burrito. So having chorizo on a taco was very, very well done. Let me tell you, A+ for that. It was an incredible service, incredible food. But yes, it has to be chorizo. Has to have cheese in the egg. I always put cheese in the egg before, a little bit more cheese on top. Little light on the salsa, heavy on the hot sauce. So salt, little pepper, jalapeno to garnish if willing. Because you don't want too much in because then you can't wrap it. But yeah, that would be, I think breakfast burritos are life-changing. We had people that were family that came in from California and they were making breakfast. And I walked in and I said, what is that? And they're like, oh, they're making a breakfast burrito. And I was perplexed. I said, breakfast in a burrito? Now, mind you, I was really young. I was like 9 or 10 years old. I had no idea. And they're like, yeah, we'll make one. And I had it. Oh my God, is it good?
Is that when you realized that anything was possible?
I realized that a grown man, even at 10 years old, can cry tears of joy when that happens. So
okay.
But breakfast burritos at 5. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Number 4, waffles.
Okay. All right.
This is a big thing coming up because some would argue any of these 3 out of these last couple ones could be switched. I tell you so much. I adored Eggo waffles for a long time until I had an actual homemade Belgian waffle. And I was like, oh my God, this shit's good. Holy jeez. Heaven. Absolute heaven. Maple syrup. The butter's got to be like. The problem is that with the Eggos, I would always put it. This is a little bit of logic for Vo and me combined, because I would take the waffle and I would put it in the toaster, but afterward I would put a little bit of butter in between.
Oh,
And I would then put it in the microwave.
Oh.
So not only did it it loosened a little bit, it still maintained its crispiness, but then you had the melted butter in between that would rain down with the syrup. Woo!
Raining butter.
I bless the butter that rained down on my waffles. Fantastic.
I love that you put in extra effort with the waffles, but not the other breakfast items that we just discussed.
Sometimes your certain time calls for certain needs, Greg.
You gotta pick and
That's
choose.
one of them.
Yeah. I mean, and this kid over here is a fiend for chicken and waffles too.
Chicken and waffles.
Dude, I love chicken and waffles. I love chicken and waffles. It's so good.
So just reading the comments on the side here.
It's just Blood Bomb talking with Chip about them, about
Oh,
introducing each other.
he asked if Chip was Deke's dad, and then Chip said, actually married to Deke's mom, as I'd like to say.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That is actually true. Grind Project likes to chime in. Austin doesn't even use butter and syrup. He just takes it out of the freezer and drives off.
I don't think that's the proper way to eat it. I think you're going to get health issues from that. But what do I know? Sometimes people eat McDonald's burgers cold the next day.
Now, with your waffles, you put strawberries on them or blueberries, or how do you eat yours?
In retrospective, I don't do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's there for garnishing and everything, I'm not going to not leave it off. So you have to then work in how much syrup you have to put on so it doesn't overwhelm the fruit, but complements it very, very respectively. Number 3. This is a really tough one for me because I have had terrible versions of this, but no cap. Mama Moorhead, she makes the best of this.
Okay.
And that is French toast.
You know what, Austin? I can agree. It's very easy to screw up French toast.
It's so easy. I've had
easy.
Such terrible experience with some French toast. But let me tell you, in the old, waking up on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, you could smell it from your room. You could smell it. And that was one of the only reasons you're I'm going to get out of bed. And it is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Shout out to my mom. She's a wonderful human being and an excellent breakfast cooker. I will appreciate any time that she makes me French toast.
Yeah. Now, I will say, too, I think a lot needs to be put into what bread you use for French toast as well.
True, which is very true. I think we just used the classic, if I remember, because her recipe was very, very simple. The simple, take the bread, dunk it in the thing, and then put it on the thing. That's how it would be. So
technically, you can use any bread for this, realistically.
Yeah, I don't think there's not a bad bread to use. I think maybe wheat. I don't know how wheat bread would work with this. Or what's the
if you drown it in syrup, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Well, the batter's also has vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon in it, so it's gonna take on the flavor. It's just the difference is that
Grind Project, you're telling a lot of lies in the chat right now. Okay, if you've ever
Austin just eats the bread and then drinks the mix.
I've
heard that too.
Like he's had a sleepover with me or something before. Sorry, fella, if you want to do that, just ask me. Okay, simple.
I think with Grind Project's I think Grind Project, if he tried to do a sleepover with how old he is, that might be considered a frowned upon thing. But
do you put powdered sugar on your French toast?
At times, I've had French toast that's come with it, and I haven't complained. So
every time I think about powdered sugar on French toast, I just think about Road Trip, and I'm disgusted.
Oh God. And then let's go into the top 2. Greg's favorite.
Oh boy.
Greg's favorite. I did a whole ranking about this.
You did. It was great.
Eggs.
It was an electric ranking. We can all agree with that.
Dude, anytime someone talks about eggs, someone's someone likes eggs, and I'll comment did someone say eggs? Bring back the egg ranking. Bring back the egg ranking.
The egg ranking was heated, but I can't confirm. As long as I have some sort of egg with my breakfast, I'm happy. I've recently also was introduced to a damn good quiche for breakfast, and it was amazing.
Love me some quiche. Love it. So quiche, hard-boiled, scrambled, cheesy, dippy, over easy, whatever you. I mean.
And also, can never forget the good old omelette.
Omelette, yes, which fits into this. 'Cause someone's probably going to be like, "Where's the omelets?"
No, the eggs are all encompassing.
I was going to be that someone.
They're all encompassing. Damn it.
Oh, what are omelets made of?
You don't have to have eggs.
Eggs, Vo!
No, you do. Do you ever have fried bread? Blood bomb one.
Fried bread?
Yeah.
So, 100%, I don't think so. Because I think Blood Bomb had this discussion when I was watching on draft day. I think we had the same discussion. I don't think I've had fried bread. Can you go into a little bit of detail on a Blood Bomb, like what it is? Like, if it's just as simple like as you put bread in a fryer, then I'll understand. But if it's something else entirely, like go into detail on it because I am generally interested. So.
And 400 asked if you can have a sleepover.
No.
Might be an issue.
I have to ask my mom first. Hold on. Let me.
Do you ever have eggs Benedict?
Yes, I like it.
I'm not a big hollandaise sauce guy.
See, I tried it like a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good.
Yeah, something about the sauce I'm just not crazy about.
Listen. I like a good eggs Benedict. Call me crazy, but it's basically frying bread in a frying pan. Oh my gosh, that sounds phenomenal.
So it's basically French toast except without the dipping batter.
Yeah. It'd probably be a lot healthier too. I will have to. You know what? This is for you, Blood Bomb. I'm gonna have my girlfriend look up a recipe for fried bread, and then at one point we're gonna make it, and then have it on one of these shows. And I hope you'll be watching because I want to see our honest reaction to it.
And make a video of you making it. Content.
Yes. Put it on Instagram.
That's key.
The IG, if you will.
It's easy in having that with scrambled eggs and beans and sea salt. Oh, you know what?
Beans are big in English breakfast, actually. Can't confirm.
They are. I will listen. I'll do this whole thing, Blood Bomb. I will do it for you because that sounds phenomenal. But right now, we need to get to number one.
Fried in bacon grease. Jesus Christ.
Fried bread is a flat dough bread fried or deep fried in oil, shortening, or lard. Official definition. Thank you, a usual bot. I appreciate you, my friend. It is heaven. You know what? There's a lot of things that are heaven. Could be that. So, number one, I think it's no surprise.
Any guess?
I mean, it's the only one he hasn't listed yet, so I have an idea.
Number one is pancakes, boys.
Yeah,
I mean,
figured.
It's nature's golden. It is literally cake for breakfast.
Do you remember the first time you ever realized that chocolate chip pancakes were a thing and you had them and how happy it made you?
So good.
Didn't make me happy afterward, but yes, they were.
Did not make me happy afterwards either, but goddamn, they were delicious.
I will say my most unique style of, because it's been a while since I've been to an IHOP, like a very, very long time since I've been to an IHOP. I've had two that to us seem like very, I don't want to say plain Jane, but like very like average. But to like anyone else, they were like, huh. I've had Oreo pancakes before, where it's basically like a cookies and cream take on them.
Yes.
And I've had my favorites, which I need to go back to try them. Strawberry cheesecake.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Oh,
those are amazing.
Where'd you guys have those? IHOP?
IHOP.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like it's a whole new, like you think like M&M's, chocolate chips, blueberries. You don't know anything until you try this. It is stepping into it's like the what's the movie with Bradley Cooper when he takes the pill and he becomes a genius?
Oh, Limitless.
Limitless, yeah.
Yeah, that you feel limitless when you have these. Like you feel like you're on a 10% of your brain more just got unlocked. And
interesting.
I actually agree with Austin on this one.
Okay.
This one time.
It's golden. I mean,
yeah.
So, obviously, some things got left off. Anything
Muffins.
you guys can think. Muffins, bagels was another one that I was like, because
Big bagel guy, actually.
I
Oh,
think
big
bagel
muffin
we
guy.
actually have a bagel. We have a bagel shop downtown, and I always get the lox, which is
dude, I love me a good
So
lox
good.
and bagel. Oh, incredible. Love it.
some smoked salmon,
Mm-hmm.
cream cheese, capers. Oh my, sign me up.
Beautiful.
Sign-
Yeah, the comment said biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy's another one.
Sausage
yeah.
gravy specifically.
Just the fruit when yes, and Marsha, fruit is a wonderful, wonderful breakfast. I do believe it's the side though, but I mean,
I feel like
I
if you would have like gone with specific egg styles, it would have probably taken up more of the top 10. But because you just put them all encompassing into eggs,
oh yeah, I wasn't.
therefore that kind of like made it more understandable, I think.
Like I really.
What about breakfast sandwich? You have breakfast burritos.
Yeah, so like I said, because if you get into that, you have to get into like what's better, like breakfast sandwiches on muffins, breakfast sandwiches on bagels, like how that all works. But a breakfast burrito, it's just in a burrito shell. Like there's no variance of it. That's just what you get.
No, like I understand not the variant, but not listing breakfast sandwich on here.
It's too much. It's too complex for me to put on the list. Because then I have to go down this rabbit hole of like trying to find out different things of, oh, maybe it's on a bagel that's good with everything bagel or a blueberry bagel. It's just too much. It's too much.
Oh yeah, 400 challenge you to an all-you-can-eat pancake challenge.
That should be a punishment for the fantasy football league this year.
What? All you can eat pancakes?
Oh, is that the loser has to? I don't know if you guys have heard. It's been on for a while.
Oh, is that the Waffle House thing?
Yeah. But
oh God.
We obviously don't have a Waffle House, so we would use an IHOP, where like you have to spend 24 hours in an IHOP, and like every 2 pancakes, I think, either one or so. This is where it gets murky. It's either 2 pancakes takes off 1 hour of your time, or a pancake takes off 2 hours of your time. I think
it's the 2 pancake take off 1 hour because it has to be like, because it's supposed to be a brutal challenge.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that.
They said, bro, we live in large. We ain't even got a Waffle House.
I don't know who came up with that, but I heard about it like a couple years ago. That's just evil.
Because there are multiple people I can just see having an absolute worst time. Like, I can see Denny in an IHOP, like, absolutely hating his life. He has to get by the wayside coffee, like, shipped into him just to keep him moving, to keep his digestion flowing. Smalls would be another one. You know, if he actually shows up to stuff. I don't know anymore. I mean,
whoa!
I'm speaking from experience. I was the only. I'm just saying. That's the only reason I was allowed on last night. So.
All right, fair enough. I mean, let's be clear. There's another TFTB member that is also very bad at being on time and arriving for stuff.
Oh, you mean the one that like likes to buy cars at the most opportune time?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Dre.
Yeah.
But I think Dre would like make the pancakes. Like he would like.
Oh, Dre's a chef at heart. He would absolutely make the pancakes.
Maybe you should show up to the studio often. You know what? The last time I did that, I almost died of Taco Bell. So we're taking a little bit of a break. But
and amazingly enough, did not get a ticket, which I don't know how.
Yeah, still don't understand.
I don't understand that.
Oh, I mean, it's great. Obviously, we'll put these on social media to see how this goes.
We'll turn the comments off.
I mean, it's just so wonderful. I'm very happy that the comment section's going ham on this time. We've been waiting for it, waiting for you guys to divulge in our stuff. We're always here. 6:30s on Tuesdays. For your viewing pleasure, this breakfast episode was episode number 85 for us. Episode number 85 for the RankKing's Court. And we'll keep churning out content to the day we die. So.
Oh, we have a comment about the ranking. How are Pop Tarts worse than toaster strudels?
How are Pop Tarts worse than? Because obviously, if you were listening, my friend, toaster strudels, the flakiness, the filling, I don't even know how to say it without being weird. Like the icing.
Yeah.
Just marvelous. Pop-Tarts are very hit and miss. You could burn the edges, you could burn your fingers, or it could suck.
Can't burn them in the microwave.
You can burn your brain cells though by doing it. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yo, fry a Pop-Tart in butter. So no, okay. I haven't seen people frying it, but I've seen people like actually like taking like a butter knife and spreading butter along a Pop-Tart. And I've heard it's glorious. I've heard it's glorious. I mean,
and that person also has diabetes, probably.
I don't know. I'm not going to comment
most likely.
on status, but
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have anything to add? I thought this was a really good episode that I came up with in 20 minutes.
Which is, I mean, that's typical for most of your stuff. In fairness, so
Morgan Wallen.
Shut up, Grind Project. Obviously, to all the commenters, Blood Bomb, Usual Bot, Grind Project, Chip, and Mama Whiten, we appreciate you guys very, very much.
Witten.
Yeah.
Witten, sorry, and Denny. Gotta throw Denny in there, too. Appreciate you guys very much.
You don't have to throw Denny in there.
Throw Ping in there, too. Ping was in there for a little bit.
Yeah, Ping was in there.
Oh, yeah, Ping at the beginning. Okay.
Deke
and
was
Derek.
here for a little bit.
And Deke. Yeah, Deke a little bit. But, oh, man, it's just wonderful. We hope to see you guys on for our next week. Don't know what the show is. Don't know where we have a guest. That's the beauty about this. It's all creative chaos that's churned.
Can confirm.
Thrown to the wind and see what sticks. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all of us here at the RankKing's Court, we appreciate you watching. Again, always here 6:30 on Tuesdays. Go check out Two Beers Deep on Thursday. Greg,
Which we are back this week.
You guys are back, yeah.
We are
Do you
back
guys
this
know
week.
what like any like topics of discussion that you guys are gonna go for this week? Anything big in sports?
Well, we're definitely gonna. Well, since we were off last week, we're definitely gonna discuss the Warriors winning the title. We're gonna discuss the Stanley Cup Finals. We're gonna discuss probably the U.S. Open. We're gonna discuss Brooks moving to the Live Tour. Maybe some other things will probably come up, I'd say. But those are kind of the highlights right now. And then there's still some other stuff because the week is young.
And Vo's thinking, well, now I'm gonna call my mom and she's gonna take me home. Guys have never seen Anchorman?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, I love that movie.
It's an alright
Oh yeah?
movie.
Well, I'm gonna call my mom after and she's gonna take me home.
I was reading the comments.
That's fine. I appreciate you guys very much. These are the two best co-hosts that I can ever have on a show, and we're here. So don't forget to tune in next week, 6:30 on Twitch. This has been the RankKing's Court. Greg, court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned.